Alright, what's going on, Bears fans? Well, now that we've got over the loss to Tampa Bay, let's talk about our offense. Let's have a deep conversation about our offense. Can it be fixed? Is Justin Fields the problem? Is Luke Getsy the problem? Trust me, I'm going to come up with some ideas. Might not be popular, but I do believe we can get this ship righted. So let's get into it. Before we get started, always hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, talk to me down in the comments, because I got you. Because I know you got something to say. I know I do. And I got answers if you if you got questions. So let's get it, and let's start off with number one. Is Justin Fields the right quarterback for us? And in my opinion, and it's just an opinion, he absolutely is. Now, does he have problems? Absolutely. Does he hold on to the ball too long? Yes. Is he a run-first quarterback? I don't think so. Does he trust our offensive line? Absolutely not. I don't trust our offensive line. And I don't know anyone who does. Our offensive line is garbage, in my opinion. So, let's start here. Justin Fields, starting his third year with the Chicago Bears. He's on his second offensive coordinator. And last year, it took them 7 games before they can actually get rolling. Now, we all know last year the importance of winning wasn't very high as we were looking to go into the tankathon, as some would say. And I agree with it. You know, we weren't really trying to win too many games. Ended up 3-14. So going into the draft of 2023, we had some issues. We had a roster to fill out, a lot of free agents that we just let ride on, do what they needed to do. One of the first things that we did, we drafted a right tackle, Darnell Wright. Great move in my opinion. Couldn't really go wrong with it. We know we need that offensive line to be better. Knew it last year, still holds true today. Now, the rest of the offensive line. We brought in Nate Davis, right guard from Tennessee. Someone Ryan Poles thought could solidify our offensive line on that right side and give a little veteran leadership to our right tackle, our rookie right tackle. So I could see the point, you know, veteran, rookie, someone that could help. You know, not just in knowing what's going on, but someone who could actually help out if the group needs it. Now, as most of you know, Nate Davis didn't really practice. Missed a lot of time. Came out here recently that the family member had passed away, so it's one of those things that, you know, football players are human too. On the football side, we all know continuity is something that is needed, especially, you know, you got a young QB. So it would be nice to have a front line that can protect you. And I applaud the Poles for, you know, like I said, drafting the right tackle, bringing in a veteran right guard. Now, the center position, for the last year, going on 2 years, possibly even 3. The center position has not been very good. We've had Sam Mustipher. We've had Lucas Patrick. We were going to use Cody Whitehair. We brought in undrafted free agent Doug Kramer. And now, Doug Feeney. Now, it has to be said that Ryan Poles is trying. right? He's trying. I get it. So he may be trying, but he's also failing. Lucas Patrick, in my opinion, too old. He's just lost it, in my opinion. I believe he's 33, so not much you can do there. I was kind of hoping that he would have drafted one in this past draft, but not to be. So, just one of those things. Now, one thing about it, having multiple guys on the team that can play center, you would think that we would have at least one. Now, Cody Whitehair was supposed to start at center for us this year, and we all know that injuries happen. Our left guard, Tevin Jenkins, got injured in the preseason, so he's out, for 6 weeks, at least 6 games or so. Now, we had to move Cody from center back to left guard, of which he played last year. Wasn't very good there last year. Isn't as good there this year. So another problem area. Now I know no one can foresee injuries and things like that. It's just that in my opinion, when we have the opportunity to draft a guy, hey, we should. We should look at some younger, higher quality centers. Not undrafted free agents, but quality center that came from a, Power 5 conference. Someone with decent size. In the days of the Olin Krutz, 6'2", 6'3", 290, 295 pounds. Those days are over with. You got to have a stout anchor for your offensive line. We don't really have it right now, but, in time, hopefully. Now, left guard, Tevin Jenkins. Like I say, supposed to be the starter. Was a starter at right guard last year. Excelled over there. So they're thinking this year, hey, let's try him at left guard. He's the best offensive lineman we got. He should make a solid impact, and it's a position that we won't have to even worry about. What happens? He's injury prone. What happened in preseason? He got injured. Now, I don't know how you get 2 strained calves, but it happened. So now, like I say, he's going to be gone for at least 6 games or so. Hopefully he can come back sooner, but I wouldn't want to rush it. So, don't want to see him go out again later on in the season. But it's just one of those things. Left tackle, Braxton Jones. Now this guy, 5th round rookie last year, held his own, made a few mistakes. This year coming in, he talked about how he, doing different exercises to build up his core, working on stopping the bull rush, which he had a problem with last year. And now here we are, start of the 2023 season, 2 games in, and he's gone from, giving up plays, getting pushed back and everything like that, to now he's just a penalty machine. First game, 2 false start penalties. Second game, a false start and a holding penalty. In both games, nullified some good runs. Just got to buckle down. Now, as I said, he was a 5th rounder. When you start talking about left tackles, that is a premium position. And we don't have it. We have not, I should say, invested the right amount of draft capital into that. No. We got, good thing about it, every year you got left tackles coming out, you got position players coming out all the time. So it's something that we can look forward to in the future. But right now, Braxton's who we got, and we got to rock with him. So the one thing is, Braxton, cut down on the penalties. You're the most penalized, offensive lineman that we have. So cut down on those and we should be good, in my opinion. Now, moving on to the wide receiver group. DJ Moore. We all know what we have there. A number one receiver, a guy that hasn't had less than 1,100 yards since he's been here. Been in the league, that is. Now, what he does for us this year, who knows? Darnell Mooney, is here, been here his whole career. 4-year guy. Now, last year, he was our de facto number one receiver. Now he's our number 2. And he's playing the slot. Good position for him, I think. Really uses speed to get across the middle. Just have to use him going across the middle or going up the seam, right? Now, our third receiver, Chase Claypool, first game of this season, really didn't show a whole lot. Second game of the season, caught a touchdown pass, but once again, his run blocking, pass blocking, not very good. That's not his thing. And this offense probably is needed. I mean, if Darnell Mooney can do it at 5'11", like 175, 180, and you're 6'4", 235-ish, a little bit more, you need to put in the work, sir. You need to put in the work, plain and simple. Now, after Chase, we got EQ, came in from Green Bay a couple years ago. Now, great pass blocker, great blocker down the field, for run or pass, but has not been active in the first 2 games of the season. Now we got the rookie, Tyler Scott, and we also have second-year player, Velus Jones. Now, Velus, more of a gadget player, run the sweeps, things like that, but hasn't really contributed much. So Tyler Scott got in a little bit in the first game. Second game, I don't even believe he touched the field. So not sure what's going on there, but hey, what can you do? Now our tight ends, probably the most solid group, supposedly. Cole Kmet, 4th-year guy, loves it here in Chicago. So he can run block, pass block. He's that all-around tight end that every team wants and needs. Then we have Robert Tonyan. Came down from Green Bay, more of a pass catcher than anything. Could do a little bit of pass blocking, but he can't sustain blocks for long. As evident in both games so far this year, he has definitely let linebackers get up underneath him to get past him. So something that he needs to work on, of course, but who knows if he'll be here next year. He's on one of those guys that's on a 1-year contract, along with another Green Bay guy, Mercedes Lewis, a premier blocking tight end. First game, had a few good plays. Second game, had a few good plays. I believe he was blocking for the touchdown run by Justin Fields against Tampa Bay. So he knows his job. He is a veteran. I believe he's like 37, 38 years old, been in the league 18 years. So you know what you're going to get from him. Now the running backs. We got Khalil Herbert, 4th-year guy. We got the rookie Roschon Johnson. And we got Dante Foreman. Came over from Carolina. Rushed for over 900 yards in their squad last year. So, coming over to Chicago, where we were the number 1 rushing team in the league last year. So he should, by all processes, should come here and he should do very well. First game, I believe he had 4 touches. Then a healthy scratch in our second game. I don't get that one. That I don't get. Now, of course, we only ran the ball a few times. I believe we ran it 16 times. Justin Fields ran it once. Velus, got the sweep in another. So outside of that, 11 runs by our 2 running backs, Khalil Herbert and Roschon Johnson. Now everybody likes Rojo, big guy, 6 foot, like 225 pounds. Hey, a power back in most schemes, so someone that I know who comes in and plays hard, great in pass protection, a guy that can catch the ball out of the backfield. But Dante Foreman does the same thing. Now, the one thing that is the problem is Khalil Herbert. Great runner. Don't get me wrong. He is a great runner. But in pass protection, he's going to get blown up every time, which then puts pressure on the QB. We don't want our QB under pressure in a pass play. So even though I say the running back group is solid, it has its problems, So I'm confident in that running back group of all of them. Let me not forget the fullback, Corey Blasingame. Great fullback. Love the guy. He does his job to perfection. He has gotten a couple runs so far this year. He fits. All three running backs, in my opinion, they fit in this offense. Tight ends, they fit in the offense. Wide receiver group, pretty solid. Maybe not the best group for this offense. The offense calls for a lot of 7-step drops. When under center in the shotgun, we still take 3 to 4-step drop backs. So letting the pass play come to fruition, you need time. Now, this is why I say the wide receiver group is good, but not great for this offense. Now, Tyler Scott, Velus Jones, Darnell Mooney, and DJ Moore, they really fit this system. Because if you're going to have a lot of dropbacks, deep dropbacks, you need guys that can hurry up and get down the field and then get in their breaks. That way, by the time the QB gets back to set up, they're going into their breaks, they're deep downfield. Our QB has great accuracy downfield. Should be a match made in heaven. But we haven't seen much of those 4 guys on the field at the same time. I get it. Got to have a possession receiver with some size. That's Chase Claypool. Can't be mad at it. Now, getting to our quarterback. I am a fan. Let me just say that right off the rip. I am a fan of Justin Fields. Now, as a fan of Justin Fields, yes, I know he can throw the ball deep. He's got the size. He's got perfect size for the quarterback position. 6'3", about 230 pounds. Jay Cutler, same size. The exact same size as Jay Cutler. Now, got a cannon arm like Cutler? Absolutely. When we drafted him, someone asked me, what is his ceiling and what is his floor? And to me, I said his floor will be Jay Cutler, but his ceiling could be, and you have to work with me a little bit on this one, but his ceiling could be Kirk Cousins. Now, better arm than Kirk Cousins, but Kirk does get the ball down the field. So, what is the problem? It's been said many times, a lot of fans bring it up. Scouting report brought it up. He processes a little slow. He's about a second behind going through his progressions. His release is a little slow. It adds up to a guy needing time. Or, more importantly, a quarterback needing protection. Now that makes sense. You've got to have protection for your quarterback. Now, as I said before, the offensive line, we have a mix of veterans and young guys. Hasn't looked pretty in over a year. So, where can we improve upon? For me, we need to use the tight ends a whole lot more. And not just, up the seam. I say Cole Komet going up the seam would be, perfect. But we're always doing, some hooks, 5-10 yard hooks, go out 10, turn around, come back about 2 yards, wait for the ball. Or we send him out maybe 5 yards, have him go toward the sideline. It works sometimes. Now, the one thing that I would like to see is Cole Komet going across the middle of the field. Get down about 15, 20 yards and just keep going. Pretty much like a tight end slant. If he can do that, deep slant that is. If he could do that, I think he would be a very, very good option for Justin Fields. Now, yeah, we got DJ Moore. If we're doing DJ Moore, hey, send that guy going. Deep shot to DJ Moore should always be in the playbook. Always. Should dial up at least 3 deep balls to him every game. Probably 3 deep balls each half. Grand total of 6. I mean, he's that guy. And we got the quarterback that can get it downfield. So why not play to that strength? I don't know. Okay, so, we also had Mooney in the slot. Most slot go across the middle. And most of the time it's just using that speed to cross over, or rather get behind the linebackers, but stay in front of the safeties. That way you draw at least one safety and one linebacker going one way. Don't see Mooney doing much of that. Mooney does a lot of, 10 and ends, go down 10 yards, take a left or a right. That's it. And so now in some cases, he's pretty successful with that. Touchdown pass last week against Green Bay. Another one of those, formations or routes, I should say. He went out 10 yards, cut over to the side, and next thing you know, Justin Fields pops that ball in there, touchdown. So we've got guys that can fit the offense. Just need some tweaks. And for me, it really comes down to Luke Getsy. Now, offensive coordinator that we brought in from Green Bay, yet another Green Bay person. Now, he has plenty of gimmick plays. I'll just say it like that. He has gimmick plays out the wazoo. But this is football. We don't need gimmick plays every other play. Fundamental football. That's what we need. We have a young offensive line, especially at the tackles. So, get our offensive line into a good zone, run the football. We've got the running backs. As I said, we can run the football when given the chance. Now, Luke Getsy, he's just got to call the plays. For some odd reason, he loves screenplays. Yes, when they work, thing of beauty. But more often than not, with this team, they do not work. So, I'm going to need him to pull back on the screen passes, like all of them. And let's just get down to some fundamental football. Now, we've seen Luke Getsy scheme like first drives that look like he's been in the league long enough to run an entire offense. But on the other hand, we've all seen Luke Getsy make some very questionable calls. Now, all this can be fixed. All the blame isn't on him. He's the coach, absolutely. But the players have to execute his game plan. It's going to be an up and down season. It already has started up and down, mostly down from the first 2 games. But I'm confident that the offense can get it together. And I'm saying by game 5, we should be gelling. We should be able to run the football. We should be running the football regardless. But we should be running the football with authority. By that 5th game, we should be able to use that run game to play action, get a few deep shots to DJ Moore. Cole Kmet should be a really integral part of the offense. Mooney, he should be getting at least 4 to 5 targets a game. And we could just roll. Now, Claypool, he's that X factor. What can we do with him? Guy's 6'4". He should be a strong focal point of this offense, but he's not. So far, he hasn't proven to pass block, run block. He's dropped some passes early that just kind of scratch your head at. Now at 6'4", even if the ball is up there, you get your hands on it, you got to come down with it. He's had some drops and been pretty frustrating so far. But I don't see them putting in Equanimeous St. Brown. I don't see him putting him back in there to take his place. So we'll just have to see, Bears fans. But I'm confident that hopefully Luke gets it together. This whole offense can gel. Now, once again, we have injuries. Tevin Jenkins, he's a main cog. Getting Cody back to center should, help solidify the offensive line. And from that point, I'm hoping we just start rocking and rolling. We actually look like a offense that's fundamentally sound and can operate and score points. More importantly, score points if we can call good plays, if the quarterback could get time to throw the ball, if we can have a good run game. It can all work, right? So with that, Bears fans, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you have the rest of the day to think about it. Don't forget, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Hit the like, hit the like button. Go ahead and leave a comment. And I can't wait to talk to you about it. Give me your views of what you think will help this offense going forward. And I'll see you in the next one. And as always, and from my heart, peace.